What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, I heard the best breakdown of this highly anticipated, undisputed welterweight showdown. That's a fight that the boxing world has been clamoring for a long time, between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Earl "The True" Spence Jr. For the first time, I've heard the best breakdown of this fight in quite some time, okay? And, many people have their opinions. Many people have their thoughts of how this fight is going to play out. And many people, they speculate how they feel the fight is going to unfold. But two-division world champion, Puerto Rican superstar boxer, Danny "Swift" Garcia, who is 37 wins, 3 losses, no draw, 21 wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 68.5-inch arm reach. He knows what it's like. He fought Terence Crawford in the amateurs, and he fought Errol Spence in the pros, okay? He fought Errol Spence December 5th of 2020, and he lost a unanimous decision. He knows what it's like to be in the ring with both these guys, right? Errol Spence is a undefeated unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer. He has a record of 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He's considered to be top 2, if not number 1, best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Definitely top 5 for sure. Terence Crawford is considered to be the number 1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He has a record of 39 wins with 30 big wins by way of knockout, no loss and no draws. He's 35, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. So he's an inch shorter, like an inch and a half shorter than Errol Spence. He has a 2-inch arm reach advantage over Errol Spence, but he switches from orthodox to southpaw, and he has power in both hands, okay? So Danny Garcia is familiar with both. And Danny Garcia has had the best breakdown of anybody I've heard. Danny Garcia, he says that Errol Spence's work rate, he throws 100 punches a round. He's a black Mexican, okay? Essentially, he throws 100 punches around, and he breaks you down, and he gets you up out of there. He stops you, right? And he said that Terence Crawford is technically sound. He's skilled, but at the same time, Terence Crawford fights like somebody stole something and robbed his mom, and that can get him knocked out. So I thought that was spot on, the perfect breakdown I've heard thus far of anybody that discussed this fight, removing all emotions. So listen to what he said.
Both guys are going to try to box and fight a disciplined fight, but I think there's going to be some exchanges in that fight, heavy exchanges. Yeah, he's mentally strong, and he's one of those type of fighters you got to be in your best shape, because he fights the same. He comes out every round and throws 100 punches straight through. So if you're not in shape for that, then he's going to break you down and knock you out like he's done to a lot of his opponents. But, I'm a top fighter too, so I know what it takes. I'm mentally strong. I'm just like him. So we're both in there banging it out, And, but and Terence Crawford, like you said, he has that mean attitude.
Yeah.
Like someone stole something from his mom. Like he carries that attitude. And he's hungry. Like he really loves history. He really wants to be unified again in another weight class. So it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a battle. Both guys are gonna try to box and fight a disciplined fight.
So he goes on. Obviously, he goes on. There's more to the interview, and he goes on and says that that's what gets you knocked out, because if you're not physically and mentally prepared for the work rate that Errol Spence is going to present round by round, every second of every minute of every round, he's going to get you out of there. He's eventually going to break you down, and he's going to get you out of there. And he says that Terence Crawford has boxing ability, but he fights like he fighting because somebody stole something from his mother. like somebody robbed his mom. And that is spot on, right? The most accurate, perfect example of these two fighters. And that's why many people pick Errol Spence to be victorious, because Terence Crawford has the box. He's naturally the smaller guy. Terence Crawford has started his career at 130, became a champion 135, 140, and 147. Errol Spence started his career at 154, went down to 47, and cleaned out the division outside of Terence Crawford. So when you look at it from that standpoint and that factor, that's spot on what Danny Garcia stated. And Danny Garcia obviously is a boxing mind. Danny Garcia has been in the ring with, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford in amateurs, Errol Spence is a pro. And he knows what it's like. And he fought Errol Spence where Errol Spence had something to prove. Errol Spence was coming off of suffering a horrific car accident. He was out the ring for 14 months. Nobody knew what to expect from Errol Spence, and all eyes was on Errol Spence. Everybody wanted to see what Errol Spence brings to the table. If Errol Spence is still the same fighter, what has Errol Spence lost? What setbacks has he suffered? And because of that, Danny Garcia didn't physically fight the best version of Errol Spence, but he fought the best version of Errol Spence, right? Because he fought Errol Spence that was motivated to prove to the world that he was still that guy. So he fought a very good version, close to the best, mentally, of Errol Spence, because Errol Spence had something to prove. So Danny Garcia understands that work rate. He understands that pressure. Now, physically, Errol Spence may not have been in the best shape, but mentally, he was going to go above and beyond to show the world he still was that guy. He was going to go above and beyond to show the world he still was that guy. And so because of that, Danny Garcia faced a very strong mentally fighter in Errol Spence. And the sport of boxing is 85% mental, 15% physical. Some would say 10, 90, 10, right? Nonetheless, again, he fought the best version of Errol Spence mentally. Now, after that, Errol Spence physically, his physicality matched his mental when he fought Yordenis Ugas and stopped Yordenis Ugas brutally, right? So with that said, many people pick Terence Crawford to lose because of the physicality of Errol Spence and because Terence Crawford mentally likes to be a dog. That's why people pick Errol Spence, because he's physically more imposing. He's fundamentally sound. He's a southpaw as well. He's technical. He has a high work rate. And you factor in that Terence Crawford likes to fight like a dog. He likes to fight like somebody stole something from his mother, just like Danny Garcia said. And Errol Spence going to be in the best physical condition he possibly can for this fight. So Terence Crawford has a extremely high ring IQ. When Terence Crawford fought Victor Postol and when Terence Crawford fought Jose Benavidez Jr., his approach was completely different. He didn't fight in that dog manner that we've grown accustomed to seeing. He fought smart. He boxed Jose Benavidez Jr. He boxed Victor Postol because he knew the threat that they was. So when Terence Crawford respects you, he'll box you. He'll box you. He was boxing Sean Porter. Sean Porter is just a different dog. Sean Porter, like Errol Spence, presses you every second of every minute of every round. That's what Sean Porter does. And so he forced Errol Spence to fight in a dog fight, and he forced Terence Crawford to fight in a dog fight, Sean Porter. But if you watch the Sean Porter fight with Terence Crawford, he was trying to box Sean Porter because he respected him. So I believe that he's going to attempt to box Errol Spence. He's going to have to use his lateral movement. He's going to have to give Errol Spence different looks. He can't stand in front of him and just have a dogfight. And the thing about Terence Crawford that makes this fight so interesting is he has extremely long arms, power in both hands, and he has these awkward, unorthodox angles he can deliver his punches from. So he can essentially, quote unquote, be out of position and still deliver a knockout blow, a devastating blow, a hurting blow, get your attention blow, right? So, and he's going to need that with Errol Spence, because Errol Spence physicality, Errol Spence is going to press Terence Crawford. He's going to live in his chest. Just like Errol Spence stated, I'm big stepping as soon as I get in that ring with Terence Crawford. I'm big stepping. He ain't pulling back, he ain't holding back, he ain't doing none of that. I'm big stepping. And best believe he gonna do exactly that. The key for Terence Crawford is to not have the mentality that somebody stole something from your mother in the middle rounds. In that 5th, 6th round, if Errol Spence clip you and the crowd ooh and ah, and now you want to get it back. That's where Terence Crawford has to stay disciplined. So I can't wait to see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.